The Book of Ecclesiastes encourages us to honor God, meaning to give God glory, obey His commandments, meaning to advance His kingdom, enjoy life, meaning give thanks to God. The summary of the book: God precisely works out all activities on the earth. God has a perfect plan revealed in His perfect time. God discloses only what His perfect wisdom dictates. God holds all mankind accountable. This study is taken out of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verses 1 through 29. The title of this lesson: Gems of Wisdom that Lead to Better Living. Here is one possible outline for this chapter. First, advice for identifying dead ends. Then, advice for avoiding dead ends. Finally, advice for a balanced life. So think on these proverbs found in this chapter. First, honor is better than luxury. A good name is better than precious ointment. This precious ointment is representative of luxury. Why this is so? We have seen the vanity of wealth in previous chapters. We may leave luxury for someone who is foolish. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verses 18 and 19. Unless God give us the ability to enjoy luxury, it is all for naught. Ecclesiastes 6 verses 1 and 2. A good reputation finds honor before God and men. A good reputation finds benefits for us after death, especially if our names are written in heaven. Second, your death day is better than your birthday. How this is so? The Old Testament mentions the day of one's birth is the beginning of many sorrows, but for the righteous, the day of one's death is the beginning of eternal bliss. They enter into peace and rest, they go to be with the Lord. Third, a funeral is better than a party. Everybody loves a party, but everybody needs to attend a funeral. Why? For that is the end of all mankind. Life under the sun is not forever. We must all die and face what follows next. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27, and the living will take it to heart. A funeral reminds us of the shortness of life. A funeral reminds us of the reality of death. A funeral forces us to face reality. A funeral encourages us to prepare for it. So what about advice for avoiding dead ends? Don't trust your immediate reaction. 4. The end is better than the beginning. How is this so? Many projects start with good intentions, but are not completed. It is when they are finished that we can truly look back with satisfaction. How will things turn out in the end? How things look at the beginning is the primary concern. Keep focused till the end. Let the Lord complete His purpose in your life. 5. Patience is better than pride. The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Pride is evil. Pride is not of God but of the world. 1 John chapter 2 verse 16. Why patience is better than pride? Pride leads to arguing and destruction. Pride leads to anger that resides in the heart of the foolish. Patience is an affirmation of wisdom. Patience is necessary to salvation. 6. The present is better than the past. We are not to say why were the former days better. People often reminisce about the good old days. They often think about things were better then than now. Why is this not wise? We may neglect opportunities for much good in the present. Wait for the benefits of wisdom to appear. 7. Wisdom is better than wealth. Wealth has its advantages. Money can serve as a defense in life. How is wisdom better? Riches do not profit one on the day of judgment. The presence of wealth often makes things worse. Wisdom gives life to those who have it. Wisdom will make the best use of one's wealth as a defense. Wisdom will help one weather the storms of life. Bottom line, to live life well, see God's hand at work. Finally, advice for a balanced life: don't associate God's favor with circumstances. Don't think you can bargain with God. 7. Use wisdom as your guide. Do things in moderation. Extremes can create problems. The righteous do not always prosper, the wicked do not always suffer. It will be well for those who fear God. Avoid extremism in seeking to be righteous and wise, born out of pride and arrogance. One should also avoid extremism in wickedness and foolishness. Don't refrain from true righteousness and wisdom. One should still fear God. Wisdom does have its place. Wisdom is better than strength, yet no one is perfect. Wisdom alone is not the answer. Some questions wisdom can't answer. Human pride tends to propel us to go to extremes. Those not content to obey God's word often seek out many sinful deeds. The solution is not to refrain from righteousness and wisdom, but to seek after it humbly, to apply gentleness, patience, and humility in all things.